Live streaming
And
is
the time to
All right, then we have
So
responses
should we
here.
go to check-ins, or why is it setup? The check-ins is setup? Oh my goodness, I'm so confused.
Yeah, I put it part as setup, the check, the first part of the setup, because I mean, here we would do the attendances, responses, attendances. Then we can do the rankings, positions. We can also decide to split up, and then we would go into the schedule, and
I
then
don't know
the
why the
check-ins.
check-ins tab wouldn't be the check-ins tab. I just don't get it. But whatever.
I mean, to make it simple, because there was the setup tab that was just repeating information from the agenda.
In the future, and as I requested you before, my request is simply to talk about it before making a bunch of changes. That's what I asked you to do before, and it's just, I mean, if I'm making changes, but let's make sure there's agreement. Like, remember before I said very, very specifically, whenever I make a change,
I do remember.
I give you a very specific thing. I see if anyone has any issues with it, and it's like one single thing at a time changing the template. And it's just like you totally ignored me. So it's like whatever.
No. I mean, the tablet is the same. Just
No, it's not the same. You changed like 50 things. There's at least 50 different things and 50 different lines and 50 different everything. So it's like, you know, for you, maybe it's exactly the same, but for me, it's not.
Okay, sorry. You want to bring it to the old one?
No, I just don't understand why it says setup check-ins. Like the check-ins tab is the check-ins tab, or when we do our check-ins. Like, why would we not want to focus on our check-ins together? I don't get it. But it's like whatever. Anyway, should we do our check-ins or what?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to first to get the rankings, positions, and the attendances, everything, right? Before we go into the session schedule.
Okay, so you don't want to start the session.
No, we can start the session.
We're gonna start late, right?
The session start with the check-ins. So the session start when there is at least 2 workers with the recording going, and we're starting the session. I think the check-ins are part of the session. The check-ins, right? Maybe I'm confused there. I mean, the session starts.
Why don't we do the positions then? If you want to go through the positions, we can do that.
Yeah, and also, I mean, attendance. So are we starting the session? Right? Session starting.
We're not starting the session if we don't start the session. Like, agreeing to start the session is not what starts the session. What starts the session is actually
time to pause.
Starting the session. Yeah, let's do a pause.
5 seconds.
Pause.
There was Adam. Then it became mine. I'm a bit okay. So let's do positions. Yes. So you want to do facilitator, Jay?
Yeah, I don't even see the positions. It's like they're not even here anymore.
It's in the prep up. It's line 32.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to ask you to do policy tracking on this, because it's like we both agreed that no decision had been made, nothing should be changed. There was never an agreement to add the prep up. There was never agreement to add the follow up. Like, none of that was ever agreed upon. It was all a proposal. And I feel like you're just moving forward with it without agreement, when we actually talked about specifically that we need agreement and that we didn't have it.
I thought that the prep up was already part of the session process, but I mean, what we wanted to get agreement is if we want to do it real time. Okay.
The setup has always been our process. There's setup, there's the topics, and there's the wrap up. That's always been the system. There's never been prep up internal to the actual session.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't. Thought it was.
You did know that. You just
what we were
mistaken.
No, I don't. We wanted to decide to do it real time instead of.
You wanted to decide to do real time, and we had this model that you thought up of making it all real time in the session instead of preparation before the session and follow up after the session. This was your idea. You said you want to do it, and we never agreed on it. Obviously, you want to do it, and you're pushing it forward, regardless of whether there's agreement.
No. No, I get it that we didn't have agreement for doing real time. This I get it completely. What I misunderstood. I thought that the prepper was already part of the session process.
Yeah, and that's
So
why this needs to be policy tracking, because it was never part of the session. You added it. You added it. So the idea that you think it was already part of it when you're the one who added it is just not integral.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
You added it. It wasn't part of it. You added it.
I thought you.
You didn't know that it was added when you're the one who added it.
No. I thought I just updated the vocabulary, but I get it. Okay.
We had a lot of issues with the vocabulary, and I specifically requested to not change anything because we had all those issues with the vocabulary that we need to go through.
Okay, sorry.
And we listed some of the vocabulary, but we didn't actually go through it and actually finalize it so that there was clarity.
Sorry for that.
Time for breath.
You want to do the breath?
Okay. Yeah, exhaling.
Breath.
Inhaling. Exhaling.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm fine just going to the check-ins and I don't know. It's just like
Okay, let's.
This is just really difficult for me. Like I think there's not even focus and topics. No focus or.
Yes, there is topics. Focus topics.
Yes, I don't know. It's just really frustrating that you changed the whole template around without any discussion about it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Have you done policy?
I did. So let's finish quickly the position. So organization and timekeeper, I can do that. Work priorities, I can do that. You want to do policy keeping? Okay.
Not really interested right now. I think I'm just going to focus on facilitation.
Moth is here also, so maybe want to.
I can do policy keeper. You want to do? So you want to do the human timekeeper, Jay? Because mine was just a test. I didn't set it up.
Focus on the facilitation, and I'll do my best on the times and stuff like that. But it's just like this is just overwhelming to me.
I can do that.
I'm really concerned about positions, except for just I'll do facilitation.
Okay, facilitation, vocabulary lister. Moth, are you here?
Moth is here. Maybe you want to take position.
You want to take the organization and timekeeper? Moth? Anyways, okay, vocabulary list.
Hello.
All right, Moth. Yeah, you
Hi,
want to take the
sorry,
organization and timekeeper?
Admitted, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moth, I can do the human timekeeping. Joyce, not taker. Okay, you want to do also the vocabulary list for Joyce?
Oh, okay.
So this would be a good.
This is to list the new words. Is it?
You can start with doing prep of
Time for pause.
5 seconds pause.
5 seconds.
Pause.
Okay. All right. So schedule.
I'm clear on the template. Our normal template that we have agreement on is gone, right? It's just gone. It doesn't exist.
What do you mean agreement?
The template, the normal main session template that we've been working on for years and years and years, is gone. Like it doesn't exist. Is that correct?
I mean, no. I can bring it back with the version history. It's there.
Well, I don't see. I can't access that anywhere. So
You can access the main session template.
I went there. It's not the original templates, the new ones
All
you
right.
did.
I'm gonna fix it in 1 second. March 5. Okay, it's restored.
So are we ready for check-ins yet, or what?
Yeah.
We need check-ins?
The schedule, we don't do the schedule in the main session.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
Like what we did with the BT session, we say the start when we would like to
This is
stop.
not a BT session. This is the main session. I don't know why
Yeah,
you
yeah.
talk buddy
I'm-
team session. Like, why are
I'm
we talking?
asking. So this doesn't happen in the main session process.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like what we do is we treat each other like human beings and we check in and we communicate as human beings. That's what we do during the main session, right? The buddy team sessions have a hyper check-in. You don't check in during. You just do
Mhm.
hyper check-in.
Okay.
I don't know why. What is going on here? And again, everything's like gone, so it's like I can't even see anything in relationship to what is supposed to be happening. So it's like really frustrating. So I would prefer just to not address this right now and to move on. Is what I'm trying to say over and over and over
All right.
again.
Let's go into check-ins then. All right.
I
Check
just
check-ins.
want to like get out of this and move on to like communicating because this is really
All right.
frustrating.
Okay, check-ins. Check-ins. Do check-ins.
You want to
You
check
wanna
in?
go? You wanna go first, Jay?
No, not really.
Time to stretch.
Alright.
Time to stretch.
Stretch.
30-second stretch.
30-second stretch.
Does anyone want to check in?
Joyce, you wanna check in first? You can take notes.
2.1. And the past work that I did was reimbursement verification.
What? Can you speak louder?
The last work that I did was reimbursement verification and worker criteria verification.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 2.1. And I'm more looking forward for this session.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Joyce. Mont, you wanna go next?
Yes. I am. My status feeling is 2.2. The last work we did, I focused on was the reimbursement. And I'm happy to be part of the session. I look forward for better session today. Check.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I am about a 2. Obviously, a little
Okay.
just out of it, not focused right now. I'm a little frustrated. It's kind of annoying because we put so much effort into getting set up for this session. So, anyways, we'll see how it all evolves. But I've been working on everything from plan coordination, the umbrella website timelines and as well as the
Time to pause.
5-second pause. As well as some of the taxes and finances, payroll, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Coordination, taxes,
Alberto,
payrolls.
check in.
Yes. Yeah. I'm a 3.1. Sorry, I created this confusion at the start of the session, but I hope we're going to have a good session. And yeah, I mean, I've been working as well on planning coordination, taxes, umbrella website, getting this this session ready. Check. Is there somebody else? No, right? Okay. All right, let's go into the focus and topics.
Okay.
So if you want to see upcoming deadlines, we have, I mean, we are in half pay stop. Yeah. We are in half pay stop. Should have said that at the beginning. I forgot.
So as topic 0, I just want to make sure we go through and make sure everyone understands the half pay stop. So, I'll go first. Like I, understand that we're on half pay stop and I'm willing to accept half pay for continued work.
Yeah.
Let's go next.
Me too. Alberto, acknowledge, I'm aware that
You can't hear Alberto.
We lost.
We lost Joyce Moth.
Yeah, I will. We lost you. I will lost you.
Joyce or Moth, do you want to go next?
Yeah. What?
Like if you wanna stay here and work, you have to acknowledge that you want and agree to not getting that you agree that you do not want it, that you agree to not get full pay, that you're only getting half pay. You're not required to be here. It's totally optional to be here. You do not have to be here. You can leave.
Joyce acknowledge. Just acknowledge that.
Time for breath.
All right. Well, let's do a breath and then we'll see if we can get it. So exhaling and inhale and exhale. Joyce?
Yeah. Acknowledge and accept that accepts half pay for
Half pay for continued work?
yes.
Okay. Huh?
I
You want to
acknowledge
continue
and
work
accept.
for half pay?
Yeah, I acknowledge and accept half pay, continue work.
And Alberto, did you want to finish? Kind of cut off.
Yeah, I managed to write. Yeah, no, I am aware we are on half pay stop, and I accept to get only half pay to continue. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
All right. So back to the focus and topics.
Okay.
Yeah, focus some time.
So if we want to quickly review the upcoming deadlines, I mean, okay, we have that we are in half pay stop for March 18th.
What do the upcoming deadlines have to do with the focus and topics?
Well, they're good to know before the prioritizing the topics, right?
Okay.
We usually discuss them here.
No, they usually would be under discussion.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you
It would
say?
usually be part of the schedule.
Okay. Okay.
But we can list them, it's fine, but usually you would list that as part of your schedule.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. So we want to go. Do we want to list them here or in the schedule tab?
I don't care. I mean, for me, it's just like the topics. This is where you list any priority topics that we want to discuss. So whatever the upfront pay stop is, what is it? The virtual envelopes for partnership taxes, right? So if we want to discuss that, we can discuss that. You know, if we want to get off upfront pay stop now, we can stop the session and we can vote to just end the upfront pay stop. We could end the upfront pay stop immediately if we wanted to. For the half pay stop.
Then we have
Pause.
Pause, 5-second pause. So if there's other priorities that people want to bring up that relate to upcoming deadlines, you bring those up as a priority, not as an upcoming deadline. Like it's just like we just want to know the priority.
Okay.
Okay.
No. Next upfront pay stop is the 15th. Is to actually file the partnership taxes. So I think that's the only one. Mhm. So here is the topics that we organized yesterday, right? The contention first, the review process for the cutoff, right? Make sure we're on this page for the cutoff here. Contention. I mean, this is related to. That's why we are in half pay stop, right? Half pay stop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The contention. I'm writing the desired outcome. So
I don't think the contention is why we're on half pay stop. We're on half pay stop because the work did not get completed.
I am partially related. Yeah, I mean it's not totally related, but I mean yeah. There's contention about work flow and output. So then we have the review process for deciding decision making options, cutoff. Make sure we're on the same page for the cutoff, and then then we would have the cutoff timeline decision. So we will vote on the updated proposals with timeline and resources needed, and then we could do the website, the decision on the agreement on what we wanna do, how we wanna work, right? What we wanna focus on next after we have clarity on our cutoff.
Okay.
So this is more like, yeah. I agree on these topics, and no objections.
Time to take a break. Time to take a break.
I think these topics are pretty good. Let's go ahead and take our break, and then when we get back, we can finalize on the topics. I want to hear from Joyce and Mock, see if there's any other topics they wanted to add, or priorities that they have. And I think that is.
I just want to do the contention when Ate is here, so she can also.
Yeah, we can see that after the break. Let's take the break and then we finalize.
Someone want to send a message to Ate?
You can send a message for Ate to Tom.
Yes, I will see.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break.
6 minutes break. Bottom of the hour.
I think we're at 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
We'll start at the bottom of the hour.